Every night, you do something strange. So strange that we never question it simply because everyone does it. You willingly lie down in bed, close your eyes, and slowly disappear from the world. The room is still there. The clock on the wall keeps ticking. The wind continues moving outside your window. Somewhere in the distance, a dog barks, a car passes by. Someone is probably still awake. But you are no longer a part of any of it. Within minutes, your body begins to fall silent. Your arms and legs become still. Your awareness of the world around you slowly fades away. You become vulnerable, motionless, helpless, and then you disappear, at least for a few hours. Strange, isn't it? Because for almost every other creature on Earth, that would be dangerous. If a deer falls into a deep sleep in the wild, it may never see the next morning. If a monkey loses awareness for too long, it could fall from a tree. Nature is unforgiving. Weakness rarely gets a second chance, yet humans willingly take this risk every single day. We've grown up hearing the same explanation: your body gets tired, so you need sleep. But the question doesn't end there. If sleep existed only for rest, wouldn't evolution have found a safer solution by now? Why would a species spend nearly one-third of its entire life completely unconscious? Think about it. If the average person lives to around 78 years old, nearly 26 of those years are spent asleep. 26 years. That's not a small number. That's a massive portion of an entire life. Back in 1953, two researchers noticed something strange while studying sleeping infants. They saw that even though the babies were asleep, their eyes were rapidly moving beneath their eyelids, almost as if they were watching something. But what were they seeing? Later, this phenomenon became known as REM sleep, the stage most closely linked to vivid dreaming. But something even more fascinating was happening. The brain wasn't resting. In many cases, it became even more active than when we are awake. The body remained still, but inside the mind, an invisible storm had begun, as if someone had entered a massive library in the middle of the night and started reorganizing every book on every shelf. Everything you experienced throughout the day, the conversations you had, the faces you saw, the people you loved, the pain you felt, the moments you laughed, the moments you cried quietly when no one was looking. All of it begins collecting inside your mind. But the human brain isn't infinite, so every night, a silent judgment begins. The brain quietly decides which memories deserve to survive, which pain should become a little lighter, which faces should slowly begin to fade, which emotions should still remain with you tomorrow. You know nothing about it. You're asleep. But another version of you is still working in the dark. Maybe that's why people say, get some sleep. Things will feel better in the morning. Because the world doesn't change overnight. You do. Maybe only slightly, but you do change. The weight of your sadness becomes a little lighter. Your fears become a little weaker. Some memories remain sharp. Others become softer. And the strangest part of all, you never even notice it happening. Because every night, your consciousness disappears into darkness. Your sense of time vanishes. You don't know whether minutes passed or hours, and then suddenly, morning arrives. You open your eyes, light slips through the window. You sit up. You look into the mirror and think, that's still me. But is it really? Or is the person who fell asleep last night already gone? Did they leave behind certain emotions, certain memories, certain pain? Maybe we don't sleep simply to rest. Maybe we sleep to rebuild ourselves. Maybe every night is a small death, and every morning a new birth. There's only one difference. We never get to witness the transformation. We simply believe that the person who closed their eyes is the same person who opened them. But deep in the darkness, quietly, your brain has already made its decision which parts of you will stay and which parts will disappear forever.